Join us, we're gonna get crafty today. I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
I'm not.
Well, that's my husband Tim. He is sending out a text message. We're getting ready to send out a text message right now with the link to bring you right here to this video. So come on in. Once you get here, say hey. Let us know you're here. Let us know you hear us. Let us know you see us. Let us know everything's working fine. Because I've been seeing some people have been having some issues with their streaming with Facebook the last couple days. So let us know. And if you have trouble on Facebook, go join us over on YouTube. Christy's Craft Room on YouTube. It might come in better there for you if it's not working here today, okay? But y'all, we have something exciting for you today. You know, what, a week and a half ago, we traveled to Tamara's live event and we were guest presenters for her. And we did this cute little coffee mug that I designed for her event, and it is a interchangeable. It said coffee season, and then it has this little topper piece that flips, so you can go from Christmas season right into winter season, so you can get a little longer life out of your mug, okay? So I originally had no intention of releasing this to the public. I designed it for Tamara's event, and you guys were all asking and begging for it, and I mentioned that to Tamara, and she's like, girlfriend, release it, teach it, do what you want with it. It's your design. You go for it, girl. So with Tamara's blessing, we are releasing it. And not only are we releasing it, I made a couple changes to it, okay? And I added a couple little more things to add a little more lifespan to it for you, okay? So in the version, this new version that I made, the mug set is still going to come with your Christmas and your winter version, but not only is it going to say cocoa season, you're going to get a cocoa season, and then you're also going to get a coffee season, because I know some of y'all are coffee lovers like me, and maybe cocoa season just feels like a winter time of year for you. Doesn't really feel like all year, where coffee season is 365 days of the year, right? So the new version is going to have the mug, and it's going to have the cocoa version side, and then it's also going to cocoa season, and then it's going to have the coffee season side, okay? But everything else, the topper is the same. There are, if you were at Tamara's event, you're going to notice there are a couple slight differences. Our straw pieces are now separate. They're separate pieces to make it easier for you to paint, and the face features are cut through instead of etched, because listen, Tamara's got some amazing painters in her group, and we have some amazing painters here, but I also know I struggle with faces, and I know a lot of you guys struggle with faces, and I know that because we've been painting together for a long time, and you guys share your pain points with me, and that's one of the pain points that I hear from a lot of you is faces are hard. Faces are hard. So we do not have to paint the faces. We've got them cut through, so all you have to do is paint the pieces, and the little facial features just pop on their own. So that is a little difference, okay? But in the regular set, you're gonna get the coffee mug, the words for both sides, cocoa season, coffee season. You're gonna get the topper base piece, and then the embellishment pieces for the Christmas and the winter, okay? But we also added some more toppers for you guys. So we have a kind of like a spring one. It's got St. Patty's Day and Valentine's Day. So one side will be St. Patty's Day, one side will be Valentine's Day. We have a spring/summer. We're calling it summer and patriotic. So it's a little bumblebee, which is totally spring and summer, with little flowers, and then our little star with the firecrackers for patriotic. We also, you can thank our VIP group, because they're like, girl, what about Canada? We also threw together this morning a Canadian version with the maple leaf for you, so you'll choose that checkout. VIP members, they just had to let us know in the notes, because we were like, oh yeah, just let us know in the notes. We'll send you the Canadian version. But you guys will choose if you get the bundle or if you get the individual topper, if you want US or Canada. And then we also have a fall and Halloween version. So if you just like the cutesy fall, you've got the cute little pumpkins. If you like Halloween, you've got the Halloween. If you do not like Halloween, you're like, absolutely, we do nothing Halloween in this house, or for anything else for that matter. If you're like, I don't like that, I don't want that, you can leave off those embellishments and just do a generic one, or add your own little embellishments to make it your own version if you want to, okay? So these are brand new in the shop, but the big exciting news, okay? So this is $34 for the whole set, which is a great deal for the number of pieces and the amount of detail that are in this set. So $34. The topper sets are $15. If you bought them all together just like this, it would be $79, okay? Today, you get $20 off the bundle price. You get it for $59 for everything. And you guys, this is a lot of pieces. These are a lot of detail cuts. This is probably gonna be Tim's worst nightmare when this is all said and done, because there's a lot of little baby pieces in here. And little baby pieces, you would think, oh, they're just tiny little pieces. Those are easy. Those are the hardest ones. So Jennifer says, that's an amazing deal. It is. So that's for today only until midnight. You get the discount. We will continue to have a bundle with a discount, but it won't be that much of a discount, okay? So today until 11:59 p.m. you can get it in the shop, the whole bundle, all the things for $59. Let me show. I have some painted.
Hi, Nancy.
There's also little pictures on the website, so you can see photos of them. So if I go through them too fast here, but I did mock them up with all the different sets, so you can see what they look like. Isn't that so stinking cute? So cute. And then, like I said, you can switch it back and forth. Cocoa season during the holidays and the winter time, that one, and then coffee season the rest of the year. And then we've got our patriotic. And then this is my favorite. I just love bumblebees. Bumblebees, the colors, the light, bright, fresh, super cute. And you can paint your mugs any colors you want. I went with like kind of a farmhouse feel here with the black and white. Super neutral, will go with any of the inserts all year long. And then let me show you the Canadian version too. Don't want to miss that. So you choose US or Canada if you get the bundle or the individual patriotic topper, okay? All right. Janice says, love the one from SA Live, had to get the whole bundle. Awesome. Well, it'll be on its way to you soon. Tim's been cutting these like crazy in anticipation, because when we have a good sale, we know y'all like to scoop up a good sale. So he's prepared for you. But we are gonna do the winter version, the Christmas winter version today, to show you what just this set, how it goes together, okay? Some of you that were there saw us do it, but now you'll get to see us do it today with the slight changes.
On the bundle, you cannot use the VIP code?
No discount codes on top of the bundle deal, because it's already discounted more than the discount, the VIP code, and you can't stack codes. So when you guys get your packages, did you see how I just kind of cut around the edges with a razor knife? You could use scissors too. Just be super careful opening, because there's tons and tons of little pieces, okay? It's actually not a bad idea to get some type of a tray. A tray would work great, but even like a little something like this, kind of open it in there and dump all your pieces out. So if something does fall, it's not falling on the floor. It'll catch it in a tray. So that is a nice little tip for you, so you don't lose your pieces.
Oh, where'd that go? Loretta, if you want the Canadian version, just send us an email, and we'll put a note in your order to get you the Canadian one.
Yeah. Right now you can choose. We fixed that on the website so that you can make the choice. But when we released it to our VIP group this morning, we released everything early to our VIP group. And when we released it to them, we didn't have that set up yet. So they just needed to let us know. But now everyone should be able to it'll make you choose it before you add it to cart if you're getting the bundle or if you're getting that patriotic topper. All right, so I've got my mug pieces. We're gonna start with those.
Ooh, it looks like Melissa's trying to get a craft night together.
Oh, what a fun!
We should all buy the bundles so we can paint them together.
That's a fun idea. Now, your coffee mug is 3 pieces. 3 pieces. You've got your front piece, your back piece, and then your notched out centerpiece. We don't need to paint the notched out centerpiece. That's just where your little insert's gonna lay. We need to paint the front and the back side. So make sure when you paint them, your handles are facing each other or facing away from each other. Make sure you're painting the right sides. Now, to know the right side, you'll notice a little bit more burning, little burn marks on the back side a little bit more because they lay on a metal grate. And when that laser, it's literally a laser, it's burning through the wood, that metal gets hot and it leaves little burn marks, okay? So the back side usually has more of that than the front side.
I want to Zoom with Sharon Miller Dunlap.
Well, girlfriend,
we can do them together.
You can. In our VIP group, you can Zoom with the ladies too. We need to get Sharon on Zoom. Sharon, you need to get up on Zoom. You're usually on Facebook, and that's okay if you prefer Facebook. When we go live in our VIP group, we go live for our craft nights on Zoom and Facebook. So if someone has a preference, but Zoom is fun for us because we get to see them. There are some who use Zoom with no camera though, because they just like the view of Zoom and the functionality of Zoom, but they don't want their camera on, and that's okay. We understand that. We do not have just mug. You can buy the mug as a set with the insert with the winter and Christmas. We don't have just the mug by itself. All right. So I am just using a makeup sponge. You can use a brush for this part. It's personal preference. I love painting with makeup sponges any chance I get. Sometimes larger surfaces like this I'll use a paintbrush, but I do like me a makeup sponge. It's easy. All right. So y'all, while we're painting here, we just went on a trip, as you saw. And we had lots of fun, and we've got some stories, y'all. We've got some stories. VIP group knows a little bit more because we posted some different videos for them, and they got an extra little bonus clip. I don't know if Tim even knows I put that bonus clip in there.
Which one?
There was a slight little short bonus clip. They got to see Tim in his boxer briefs. There was nothing graphic. It was very PG. But yeah, they got to see Tim in his briefs this weekend. In one of the clips. So they get extra bonuses in there, y'all. If you ever wanted to see Tim in his underwear, that's where you need to be. Some things you just can't share on the main page, right?
Some things just shouldn't be shared.
Some things just shouldn't be shared.
Because I've seen myself in a mirror.
You looked fabulous. You looked fabulous. And I think I told you that in the video, that you were looking fabulous or something. Thank you, Miss Kathy. She says you have such an imagination. Thank you. Yeah, we thought it would be fun to add some little extra, you know, enjoy your craft. If you can enjoy your craft all year long, that's even better, right?
Sarah, those were just regular dress socks because I do I try to find over the calf socks if I can.
Oh yes, they were his sexy socks. He was wishing he wore his sexy socks on our hike though.
Boy,
he was wishing, y'all. We went on a hike. Oh,
I got him on today though.
My word, we posted a hike video too, over in the VIP group, y'all. That hike. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. No idea.
She had no idea what she was getting ourselves into.
It was kind of Jacob, and Jacob was involved in it too. It was partially Jacob's fault. We were just looking for somewhere to go hiking, and Jake wanted something a little more adventurous. He wanted something with views. He didn't want to just walk through the woods. He wanted to be able to look out and see views.
Oh,
you know, we had the mountains, so we're like,
Donna,
okay.
We're live. We're not Memorex.
We are live. So we were looking for a place to go, and at first I was like, I saw that Table Rock, and I was like, nope, that's not happening. Nope, 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 nope. And Jake's like, you know, he's like, no, it's not so bad, Mom. It's not so bad. So I'm like, all right, let me Google it again. Let me look at it. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, there's an upper trail and a lower trail. If we only do one of the trails, it won't be so bad. Okay, it'll be half the distance, right? Because you can start to do the lower or the upper. Well, we get there, and I even said to the guy at the little booth, I'm like, so the upper trail, you know, is this way, right? And he's like, oh yeah, it's this way. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty, yeah, it takes about 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. And he said, I've never made it all the way through. And it kind of goes like that. And I'm like, oh, is this a good idea? I don't know about this. And the guys are all like, oh, he's just not a hiker. He's just like a sissy. He can't, you know, you know. I'm like, okay, we got this. I'm very optimistic. I love a good hike. I'm like, we got this. We can do this. And
I'd rather just went for a walk.
Well, it was a walk. It was quite a walk.
Very intense walk.
So we get there, and I'm like, well, there was only one trailhead. I'm like, well, okay. I was kind of second guessing it a little bit. I'm like, why is there not like a lower trailhead and an upper trailhead? Like, do we keep going up? You know, where do we go? But there was only one trailhead, so we went with it. Our first red flag. Well, probably like our third red flag should have been
the snake.
Well, the snake was our fourth red flag. The third red flag was the first red flag was when we were driving up and looking at the mountain, how massive it was. The second red flag was when the guy was telling us he never finished the hike. He was a pretty young fella. He could handle it if he wanted to. He looked like an outdoorsy kind of guy to me. The third red flag was when we had to register with the park ranger before we could go on the trail. I've never had to register my name, my car, my license plate, the number of people in my party, all the details, my phone number, and emergency contact. I've never had to do that on a hike. That was a big red flag. But we went with it. We're like, okay, they're very organized here. Woohoo! Yeah, and then we saw a snake about 300 yards into the hike, if that, maybe 200 yards. Okay.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. There were beautiful waterfalls. So then we're going, and 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 there are steps, and more steps, and more, and these aren't like nice organized steps. These are stone steps that are chiseled out of the side.
Did she mention there was steps?
They were like chiseled out of the side of the mountain. Some were this tall, some were this tall, some were this tall, some were this tall. We're like, wow. I will say it was a very, very well groomed trail for the distance and height that this hike was. Okay. So, I actually think that's pretty good. I think we just need to dry it. So we're hiking and we keep looking up and we're like, okay, we can see the top. Well, then when we'd get to that part, there was like it was like a big old ridge, and there was a whole other mountain ahead.
Then we could see another top.
We're like, wait a minute, we're at the top of what we could see. Now there's another top. And I kept saying, I think we're almost there. I think we're almost there. I kept telling myself, we're almost there.
Oh, yes, Robin.
We gotta be getting close.
After about 2 hours, we did ask, how much farther?
Yeah.
How much farther?
Yeah. Yeah, and we get the answer, you're almost halfway there.
Halfway.
And we're like, jeez. And we didn't say she's, we said different words. Halfway there? Like, seriously? So then we walk like another 45 minutes and someone says, you're almost halfway there. And we're like, what? Almost halfway. We're like, holy moly, how long is this? Like, we're not gonna make this. That's when we started doubting a little bit. And then Tim in his genius mind finally says, we had probably about 5 or 6 people say, you're almost halfway there.
Over the span of an hour.
You're almost halfway there. Just a little bit more, and then you're almost halfway there. And we're like, dang. Yeah, over the span of an hour, all these people said this. Tim in his genius brain finally has an epiphany, and he goes, all right, we're going to do our words now. Finally has an epiphany. We're going to do our words. We're going to do our snowflakes. We're gonna do our snowman. We're gonna do our candies. We're doing lots with the white. We're gonna do both sides of our topper piece. This is in our website. Tim, did you put the link and pin it for them?
Yeah, let me see if I can. I'll throw it.
That's all we're gonna do with the white for right now. That's all. But all these pieces, you probably pop the overhead on for them too, so they can see a little bit better. So all these people are telling us you're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost there. Tim and
no, halfway.
Halfway there.
You're almost halfway there.
You're almost halfway there. Tim goes, we're almost halfway there because once we get there, we have to turn around and go back. So once we get there, we're officially halfway there. So we were getting closer and closer to the end, and people are like, oh, you're almost to the end, so you're almost halfway there, because you have to hike back after you get to the top.
Yes, Kimberly, this is new.
Oh my goodness, we're such dinglebats. You know, we're
Get
not
ready, guys. I'm gonna grab some names here in a minute.
We're not fluent. We're not fluent on the hiker lingo. We don't know all the hiker terminology, so
because it wouldn't have mattered if we made it to the top or not, because as soon as you turn around, that's halfway.
That's halfway, no matter where you go. If you walk 30 feet into it, you're halfway there for your personal hike.
So,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it was
almost halfway.
And once he said that, I'm like, oh, I've heard that before.
Because it's like, it goes right along with how far can you walk into the woods?
Yeah.
Halfway.
Only halfway, because you're going to turn around and have to walk the rest of the way back.
No.
Right?
No, because once you get halfway in the woods, you're walking out of the woods.
Georgia says, I've missed you a lot with a 2-week cruise and then home to a mess of bathroom remodel. Oh, that's no fun. I mean, it's fun when it's done, but the process of it is not really fun.
So
I'm sorry you missed us, but I'm glad you're back with us.
All right, we have Janet Idziak, Robin I. Vanes, Jerry Hubbard Pinnell, Lorna Moulton Harlow, Cherry Carl Englert, Mindy Wagner, Stacy Wilson, Georgette McDowell Rogers, and Amy Howdyshell Rish.
So we hiked a lot. We hiked and we hiked and we hiked and we hiked and we hiked. And y'all, there were lots of steps, and then there were points where it was like you're literally climbing through boulders to like climbing like between and around and kind of over like boulders. And then there were spots where trees were like ripped out of the ground, and there was like a little space this wide that you had to go around, and the ground was like at a slant, and if you slipped in, you were gonna fall 5 feet into the hole where the tree roots came out of. Like it was an intense hike. But we did it. We made it to the top. We made it. It was a little overwhelming at some points. Elena had to sacrifice her brand new shirt because she
had to sacrifice our brand new shirt.
Our brand new shirt that I just bought for her 2 days earlier. And she, I almost forgot to do all these pieces. Because she wore a sweatshirt.
Thank you, Suzanne. She says, great to meet you at SA Live
Aww.
in Summerville.
Yes, it was so great. We met so many great people. We did. So Elena had bought this new sweatshirt, and she was wearing like these hiking shorts, these, I don't know, athletic shorts, and the sweatshirt, because it was kind of chilly. It was cool in the morning. It was cool. And she took her leggings with her in her backpack in case she got cold. She could put her leggings on. And I said, well, you might want to wear layers, like put a t-shirt underneath your sweatshirt. And she's like, oh, I'm not doing that. Are my kids the only kids that do that? Is that just like a teenager thing? Is that, like, I always like grew up wearing, like, if you're wearing a sweatshirt, you wear a t-shirt under it or something under it, right? You don't just wear a sweatshirt with nothing under it. My kids don't wear, like, they will not wear anything under a sweatshirt. So then they get hot and they can't take the sweatshirt off. Well, Elena got hot and it was getting quite steamy. And we were working hard and hiking hard, so we sacrificed it. We ended up using Tim's razor. He had his razor knife with him, so we ended up cutting her sleeves off mid-hike of her brand new sweatshirt.
Kim said she's so thankful she got to meet us at SA Live.
Aww, it was so great to meet all of you guys. There were so many amazing people that we got to meet. Lots of new friends, and then some of our existing friends were there too, and it was so fun to get to see them as well. You know, Lynn doesn't wear anything under a hoodie, but what if you get hot? Then you're stuck in the hoodie. My mom, I don't know, I guess my mom just, I drummed it in my kids to wear layers too, but they just don't. They don't like the way it feels. But we got to the top and we got to see beautiful views. Elena and Tim, we're gonna start heading back because the boys wanted to go on to the next lookout. We started to go and then we realized it's a really long way.
Jenny, I do see yours in there.
Yeah, you're stuck. Yeah, you're stuck if you get hot. Or you can just cut your sleeves off like we did for Elena, and then you got a muscle shirt. Tim thought that, or Jacob thought that was pretty hilarious, that she was in her muscle shirt. But y'all, it was literally, we could feel our booties burning about halfway up.
My legs still aren't. My legs still ain't right.
Yeah, it was intense. It was intense. Okay, we're gonna do like, oh, I gotta do this piece too. I almost forgot. I keep forgetting pieces, y'all. And you can do any colors you want with these. I'm just showing you these colors. Obviously, y'all, I always say, make it your own. Make it the way you like it.
You gotta read this one.
Robin says, you were so close to me. I thought about trying to bump into you, but that would be stalkerish, so I didn't, LOL. Well, you should have come and followed us on the hike. You would have got to experience the pain that we experienced. Y'all, the hike was fun, but it was intense. It was intense.
And that's one thing, guys. If you ever see us out in public, don't be afraid to say hi.
Definitely say hi. I mean, don't be a stalker, obviously.
Don't be a stalker, but...
but yeah, if you do see us, say hi, because we love to meet you guys.
Barry, the discount code does not work for the bundle.
Nope.
It'll work for the other stuff, but not for the bundle.
Not the bundle. And the bundle price is better than the discount code. And today it's even better than the discount code. Until midnight tonight, we have a special extra sale on the whole bundle. And we do ship in the order that we receive orders. So VIP orders will be going out first because if they ordered this morning, they got first access to ordering, and they will ship in the order they get received. We do have a lot pre-cut, but if we do have to cut more, then it adds just a little bit of time. If you got in one of the orders of the pre-cut, they'll ship within 1 to 2 business days. If they need to be cut, it could take up to 5 days, but usually it doesn't take quite that long.
Robin says she lives there and she's passed on that hike several times.
Oh, listen, anyone who's ever done it, kudos to you, because it is now. But I kind of feel like we could hike anywhere now. I'm ready for Mount Everest. Let's do it.
No.
Let's do it.
Carol says I would be so nervous to go up and say hi if I saw you out in public.
Don't be.
No.
Please don't be.
Because we
love meeting you guys.
We are Christy and Tim.
You know what the worst thing is when someone's like, I saw you at such and such place, but I didn't want to say hi. And then I'm like, oh Lord, what was I doing? What were we doing? Were we arguing? Were we like, what? I don't know. Was I like, what was I doing? Who was I with? What did I say? Like, I'm like, oh no, somebody saw me and was paying attention to me and I don't know what I was doing. I'd rather you come up and say hi. Not that I do things I shouldn't do. Like, I'm the same person on and off, but like, you know, I'm like, no, definitely say hi. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Janet says, loved meeting you both. It was so great. I've gotten to meet you several times, Miss Janet. It was so great meeting you all the times. Yeah. But yeah, we could hike anywhere, honey. We should plan our next hiking adventure.
No.
No?
Well, we are in Sun Springs. We're going to hike up on the chairlift.
Hike up on the chairlift and ride down on the skis.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I packed that one.
Counts.
Deidre, I packed that one last night.
You guys, we have a mountain of orders ready to go. A mountain ready to go.
And I was looking at it and I thought it may have been an error.
What?
She bought 7 of the nativities.
Oh, are you having probably gifts?
And I was looking at it, I'm like, do we have a box big enough?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We do.
Yes.
But it's like...
Yeah, sometimes when we see those big orders, we're like, But it happens a lot. We get a lot of people that order multiples of things because they were planning their own craft night and they like that kit, so they're like, we're gonna do that for a craft night. Or they make them as gifts for people, especially around the holidays. We see a lot of orders with multiples, so we don't even think twice about it anymore. We're like, well, they must be gifting them just like you are, and we ship them.
Yeah, so it's well, it was like 11 o'clock when yours got packed.
Yeah, Tim was here till about midnight last night packing
So
orders.
it'll go out in the mail today.
All right, so I've got this painted, that painted. I'm gonna do a little bit of a second coat on a couple of these. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking about paint. Y'all scooped up and sold us out of several of our paint colors during the Black Friday sale. We do have a big honkin' paint order that's gonna be coming. It's a big honkin' paint order, so it's gonna take a little bit longer than normal, but we will be restocking all the paints, okay? We will be restocking. Yeah, we've been the busy little bees since we got back.
Yeah.
We dove right back into it. We may have been a little quiet yesterday, but we were busy. We were busy. Okay,
Wanda, it says yours is being delivered today.
Whoop whoop, on its way.
So.
Ooh, Amy's crocheting while watching. What are you crocheting, Amy? Thank you for sharing. Oh, you guys definitely share the video because this set that I'm doing, the mug with the winter and Christmas set, we're gonna gift somebody who's watching today. So share the video, let us know in the comments that you shared it, and we will pick somebody right here at the end of this live, okay?
No, Colleen, we are not hosting.
No.
We are not hosting Thanksgiving.
No, Mom and Dad are hosting. I offered, but Dad loves to host. Dad likes. I'll tell you why Dad loves to host Thanksgiving. Dad loves the leftovers.
Well, no, that way he ain't got to drive home
after he eats a full belly.
After he eats too much like the rest of us.
That too, but he also loves the leftovers. No, he does usually send a lot of leftovers home with the rest of us.
Yeah.
He's usually like, make us a pan with enough for, you know, for the rest of it, for a couple meals. And then, actually the last couple years, he's like, make a pan with enough for dinner tomorrow and get rid of the rest. So what we do is we'll take a big foil pan and we'll make little foil bowls with like a foil bowl of green bean casserole, and then a foil bowl of corn pudding, and a foil bowl with the turkey, and we put them in little like pods in the big pan, so all they have to do is just throw the whole pan in the oven, heat it up, and they have dinner ready. We've been doing that the last couple years. I've also seen where if you are sending a meal to a single person, you can use like the muffin pans, and you can put a little bit in each muffin pan, so they just pop it in the oven and reheat it.
Well, I thought last year we put them all in the little bread pans.
No, not for Mom and Dad. We always put them in the one big pan, so they can just pop the whole pan in the oven. We may have done that for like us or for something else.
Yeah, I thought it was for us.
And we usually throw our stuff in Ziploc bags and bring it home. Wendy says, darn, I'm late to the party. Work is getting in the way of my crafting time. Well, welcome, Wendy.
Saturday's craft night.
Saturday is craft night. It is.
Wow.
We don't usually do craft night Thanksgiving weekend, but because we had other things going on and we couldn't do it the weekend before because we were traveling for a wedding, which was absolutely gorgeous and amazing and beautiful. Craft night is going to be this Saturday coming up.
Oh wow, Robin's cooking a 24-pound turkey for 9 people.
Ooh.
They're gonna be taking home some leftovers.
Yes, yes. So this wedding we went to, guys,
it was beautiful.
There were so many. When you talk about like weddings, there's certain things you remember about certain weddings. Like, oh man, the party was wild. It was so fun. The dancing, you know, it was so fun. Or like there's usually like something that stands out. I think what stood out with this wedding the most was the details to special moments. Was like, there were so many special moments and details. The bride, Chloe, she did an amazing job. She thought of everything. They had, her grandma on her dad's side had just passed away.
February?
I think it was in February.
Yeah.
And they, were so close with their grandma. And their grandma always would go to all their sporting events. And I actually remember Cheryl telling me, she's like, oh my gosh. She said she comes and we love that she's there. It's amazing that she's there. But she is like the loudest one in the bleachers. She is like, go Chloe, go, yay, Riley. Like and she would bring her cowbell. And cowbells, you see a lot of them at football games, and sometimes you'll see them at other sporting events, but they're typically football games. No, these girls, it didn't matter, basketball, softball, grandma was there with her cowbell, ringing it and cheering for them. So for her wedding...
didn't she take it to their gymnastics stuff too?
I'm not sure. She did, because they get really loud at gymnastics for certain things too. And she did cheer for like a hot minute, like a little cheer thing. But they, so you know how when they clink the glasses for the bride and groom to kiss? Well, they had little cowbells on the tables with a little sticker, and it said, love in like a fancy writing, and then it said, Chloe and Ian. And the love was actually taken from her grandmother's handwriting, and from like something that they had that she wrote love on. And they had that printed on there. So it was the cowbells, just a little special touch, to remember her grandma with the love on it. So that was like a really, really cute touch. And then another thing they did was they as a couple are very, very strong in their faith. Amazing young adults, super strong in their faith. They love worship. Like that is like worship music. They love worship music. They love singing. They love it. So they actually had a couple people from their church came and led. So after they said, we now pronounce the bride and groom, you're officially married, they said that Chloe and Ian would like to, worship is so important to them that they want to start their first act of marriage. They want it to be worshiping with, their family and friends, loved ones that are here. So they actually did like 2 worship songs immediately after we now announce, you're officially married, which was really, really a cool, fun touch too.
For me, I really liked that before the service, the parents...
Oh, that was neat too.
Gathered around them.
Yes.
And laid hands on them and
it was
prayed
they called it a parental blessing. Parental blessing.
I thought that's the first time I've
mom and dads come up.
That was pretty cool.
And it wasn't loud. They weren't on microphones. It was like private, where the parents prayed for them, all in like they were like in the center, and then they had her parents behind her and his parents behind him, and laying hands, and they were saying their own private prayers together up there. We couldn't hear it. If you're in the front row, you probably could, but it was just a private moment for the parents to pray blessings over the kids, which was super. I mean, there were so many things that they had thought of. It was a really, really neat wedding, and the weather was so gorgeous. Y'all had amazing weather in South Carolina for us. Amazing.
Yeah, and the name of the town was awesome. Fair Play.
Yes, I am using raw sienna for the gingerbread. Raw sienna. Sorry, I wasn't in the screen. White and black so far. Those are the colors. And then I used buttercream for the topping. You can also use light ivory. Light ivory and buttercream for Ceramco are basically almost like the same color. It's a real like soft, creamy, like an ivory.
It's
maybe like a shade darker than light ivory, but they're very close. All right, now I'm going to, while I've got the white handy, I'm going to
get some names here in a minute.
I'm going to paint his little squigglies on his little arms with the white, and then I'm also going to paint some little like stitching around the edges of my cocoa cup.
There was a lot of crying.
There was so much crying.
There was a lot of crying.
So emotional. And then another thing Chloe did, which was super, super sweet, was she dedicated her bouquet. She didn't throw her bouquet. She dedicated her bouquet to her mom, because she said, moms don't get enough recognition at their daughter's weddings, because, the father walks the daughter down the aisle. The father gets the father-daughter dance. So for her daughter, the mother, you know, usually is involved in the planning, but there's not a lot of recognition and special moments for the mom at the wedding. So she dedicated her bouquet to her mom, and then her other bouquet she dedicated to her grandma, and that was super, super sweet. So many special touches. And another unique thing that they did was they really embraced that this is our day, this is our wedding, we're gonna have the things that we love and like and want at our wedding. So they had, they love breakfast. Chloe loves breakfast foods. They had breakfast. They had pancakes, bacon, and the bacon was so good.
The bacon was
was
good.
the best part. The bacon was good.
The bacon was good. That was
And
good
eggs. And then they had fruit, and at their cocktail hour, because it was breakfast theme, they had muffins and yogurt as little like appetizer things, and then they had mimosas also. And then they had his favorite beer. They shipped down from here in Michigan Blake's Apple Orchards beer. They had all the beer shipped down from Michigan down there for the wedding. Which was really another really cool thing. So it was like all their favorite things, the things that they loved, is what they had at their wedding. I thought that was super cool. It was.
And
neat.
then it was her favorite ice cream.
Oh, and then she in her vows, she said, "I promise to always eat pizza and ice cream with you." And they had little ice cream cups, her favorite ice cream, there when they served the cake. You know, they cut the cake and then they had the ice cream for everybody.
Yeah, so it was very cool.
They did a good job. It was
Yeah.
a beautiful, beautiful wedding. And the dancing was so fun. We had so much fun. There was so much dancing. Like, I wasn't sure there would be as much dancing because like the dance floor wasn't huge. It was kind of like long and narrow, and I was just kind of didn't think, like, I don't know. I was actually surprised.
All right.
Pleasantly surprised, because y'all, I love to dance at a wedding. I don't love to be the only one up there dancing, because then it's awkward and uncomfortable. But when there's a bunch of people dancing, like, we danced the night away. The kids and Tim sat and observed and watched, because he said he doesn't like that kind of dancing.
I don't.
But we danced the night away, and it was super fun. And I thought it was super cool. I can officially say that somebody must think I'm a pretty good dancer. I will say that. Okay? And I can tell you why in a minute.
Well, let me get these names and then you can tell me why.
Please be careful not to wiggle the table.
Okay, we have Crystal M. Elliott, Leslie Lang, Jerry Hubbard Pinnell, Savannah Hewitt, Linda MacArthur, Suzanne Ristaw, Cherry Carl Englert, Kathy Kelly, Janet McAdory, Cindy Bellion Stockley, and Shockley, and Savannah Hewitt. All right.
So, first of all, if you heard your name, that means your name's going into our Crafty Mail bucket. At the beginning of the month, we will draw 2 names out of the bucket. We will post those names here on the page, and you will win a box of goodies from our shop, okay? You don't have to do anything now. Just celebrate. Just celebrate. But yeah, someone must have thought we were pretty good dancers, because there was a wedding video posted, and like a highlight video. I'm sure they're gonna do like a longer, more detailed video, but they posted like a kind of like a sneak peek little wedding video thing to the website, the company that did the videography, and they posted 2 video clips of the dancing. They posted the bride and groom cutting it up, and then they posted me and the kids. It was literally like a 2-second clip, but I was like, they were taking a lot of video, and they were like, that's the clip we want to use. Look at how great that lady dances.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
I'm sure that's what they thought. So I was like, see, somebody likes my dance. Somebody appreciates my dancing.
What, oh gosh, what was that dance called? I might be aging myself here, because some of you may understand what I'm talking about. The Elaine.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think like how the dance goes. Like this?
Yep, the Elaine.
I think I dance better than that. Get some chicken wings. Some chicken wings.
Yeah, that's better.
No, we had a ton of fun. It was so fun. It was a very good wedding. It was a very good wedding. They did a fabulous job. And then it was another fun thing was they had like this balcony area And a lot of you guys know Jim and Cheryl. It's their daughter that got married. A lot of you guys know them because Jim and Cheryl are our best friends. Cheryl's been crafting here with us, especially in the VIP group. Jim has been at every single KCR live so far. Cheryl's been to 2. Chloe, the bride, she was at the first one. Riley was at the second one. So you guys have met their family. And you guys have met Jim, and Jim is just a silly character. Like, he loves to have a good time. He loves to laugh. He doesn't take life too seriously. You know, he's kind of like us, where like life's too serious to not have fun. You know, he's a big jokester, and he was dancing up a storm as well. And he said to one of the girls, he said, "Wouldn't it be fun to be dancing up there?" Or somebody said, one of the girls or him said it would be fun to dance up there. And one of them said, "Oh, well, let's talk to the wedding planner and let's, I bet she can make it happen." So they got permission and they went up there and they played a song and they like came bursting out and they were dancing on the balcony and Jim was doing his thing. I think I put a clip of it in the VIP's video that I posted.
Yes, you did.
But it was hilarious. And if you know Jim, you would totally appreciate it and be like, "Yep, that's Jim for you. That's Jim for you." It was fun. It was fun. Let's see what else. We almost didn't make it home, or we didn't know if we were going to make it home. I'm probably taking way too long and being too careful on my perfect little lines. But, you know, trying to do it nice and tidy. The car was doing something weird, our rental car, when we went to leave that morning. Tim put it in gear and then all of a sudden it like stalled out and it like slammed to a stop and then it was like rolling backwards, and because the driveway was like on a hill, and every time he took he put it in park, but every time he took his foot off the brake, it would start rolling. So he's sitting there holding his foot on the brake and we're like all loaded up, everyone in the car, we're ready to hit the road to head home, and we are like, what the heck? Like, are we even going to be able to make it home? Like, we weren't sure. We weren't sure. And he turned it on, turned it off.
Turned it off
a dozen times, I think.
Yeah, let it sit for a few minutes. And then
like magic, poof, it started working fine.
It started working.
They didn't even have to fix it. It just poof was working. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we made it home. He was like, "I'm not shutting this car off again," which we did, but it started up fine and ran fine the rest of the way home. So we did let them know, though.
Yeah.
We're like,
and Chrissy took a video of it.
Yeah.
Which
so we could show them.
So we could show them.
All right, I'm gonna do this one a little bit differently. I think I'm gonna do like little polka dots around the edge of this one. We're gonna change it up a little bit for this one. Can you hand me a diaper wipe so I can wipe this off, please? Shirley says, "Inspired, my friends. Spread the love. What an awesome new craft." Well, Shirley, that means you are in the running to be gifted this set that I'm making. Not the painted, but the unfinished set, so you can paint your own. Because we are going to gift one of these sets to somebody who shares this video today. So share the video. Let us know in the comments that you did. And we will pick somebody right here at the end of the live to be gifted one of these sets. So this one side, I'm going to do polka dots.
Has a good question.
What's your question, Brenda?
How do you know how to highlight your crafts? I never know if I am doing it right.
I just do some long lines, some short lines. I don't take it too serious. I just go around the edge and so you can see some lines. Some lines are long, some lines are short. I just kind of try to do a variance. So it's not like, because if you try doing everything the same exact length, some of y'all can do it. I know my limitations. I know I'm not gonna get them all perfectly the right length. That's too stressful. So I just do a little bit here, a little bit there, and it just adds a little bit of something to it.
Oh, Kathy, my anxiety level was high the whole way home. Wondering if, when we stopped, would it go back in gear? Is it gonna start?
Right. Is it gonna keep happening? Yeah.
Is it gonna die out going up one of the mountains?
Yeah. But we made it back, and they were apologetic, and that happened. And they said that
the guys at the rental car company were just absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And he was like, it's a great car, but like, you know, they do have their problems.
And it's, and that was the thing. It's like I was talking with, well, after you went back to the car, you know, we were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I said, well, you know, I'm not, I said, you know, I wasn't really happy in the moment. I said, but, you know.
Overall, it was a great car.
Yeah, I said, but, you know, it is what it is. It happened, you know, with all the electronics, you know, and I know every manufacturer's been having issues lately, it seems, with electronics. And he said to me, he's like, thank you for being so understanding. He said, because you'd be surprised how many people would just go off. I said, no, you know.
Well, and that car had a lot of electronics. They had we got a free upgrade. Like, we ordered, like, the deluxe or whatever, just because we wanted, like, the bigger space for storage and stuff in the back. So we got the one with, like, the extended back end. But they didn't have one of those. All they had was a luxury.
Yeah, the Grand Wagoneer.
So we got the Grand Wagoneer with all the bells and whistles. They had seat massagers. All those seat massagers on the way home were like, they weren't so much like, we're going to get in there and knead out your achy muscles, but it was more like a relaxation, like rolly things.
After coming down that mountain, I turned on the seat heater and the massager, and it was amazing.
It was nice.
We got to get those for my truck.
Do we?
Or else I got to get a truck with that.
I'll be like, where's Tim? Where'd Tim go? I'll be looking for Tim, and I'll find him out in his truck, just sitting in his chair with his massagers on. Yeah. I mean, it definitely had all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
And those massagers were nice. They were nice. I don't know if I'd want to pay the extra to have them in my car.
No.
But if it just came with the car by chance, I wouldn't complain.
That's the thing. It's like,
they did give us a free upgrade code that next time we rent a car, we can put the code in and we'll get a free upgrade. I don't know what the upgrade will be or what, you know, probably from like a standard to like a luxury, you know, with all the bells and whistles type of thing. Which was nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the guy was very cool.
He was.
And he's like, so he says, would if they call you and you know want a review, how are you gonna? We'll give you a 5, man.
They were fine. Their service was fine. We didn't have issues with their service. They can't control, like, things happen.
We weren't able. From Greenville was the biggest city next to where we were. Mm-hmm. It did not take us on 40 because 40 is closed there. It took us through 8,000 miles of back road.
But it did take us like through one town where they were like, it was like they are still in full rescue mode, not rescue mode, but like rebuild mode and cleanup mode. Like there was piles of stuff on the roads. There was one lady shoveling dirt out of like a storefront.
Yeah. They were still in cleanup mode.
Power companies were everywhere. They had someone standing there directing traffic. They had makeshift traffic lights set up with generators. Like they are still, North Carolina and Tennessee, there's areas that are still like,
just really
nobody's talking about it anymore, but they are still tore up and they still need help.
But definitely. There was a lot of, we drove through a lot of devastation down there.
Yeah.
There really was.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do the straws. I'm going to do one blue and I'm going to do one red. So, I'm going to do the Christmassy one red and then I'm going to do the wintry one blue. And I'm using Tomped Red, this is all Ceramcoat brand, and Blue Heaven. I think Blue Heaven is one that we can still get, that we have in the shop. I don't know if we have that one's out of stock or not. But I'm pretty sure that's one that we can still get.
Doreen, send us an email. Christy's team, Christy'sCraftRoom.com.
I do want to make sure. Let's see, this one's going to go this way. We'll do this one blue and this one red.
Yes, I thought about seeing if there was another rental place, an affiliated rental place closer to see if it was like, okay, this is the issue we had. Can we swap the car out here?
Yeah, we probably could have. That's probably what would have happened because, yeah, it was a major rental car company, so I'm sure there was one somewhere. That's probably what would have happened.
If we don't have blue heaven, what can I use?
It's just like a light blue. It's almost like a babyish light blue. I mean, you could use a darker. You can use, like, if you have nightfall blue, add a little bit of white and lighten it up. That would work as well. Y'all know I love nightfall blue. I'm also going to take some red, and I'm going to paint in the little candy stripes on my little candies here. With a little bit of taunt red.
A little bit of tomato red.
Yep, a little taunt red. But no, overall it was a great trip. We had fun. I mean, it was busy. It was busy.
Oh, don't know, Desiree, because the nightfall blue is an actual color. I don't know if you could mix something together to get nightfall.
To get nightfall blue?
Yeah.
I mean, nightfall blue is kind of like a, it's like a, it's almost, it's like deep like a navy blue, but it's not, it's almost like a navy blue with a gray hue to it. So maybe like a gray and a navy blue would probably be the closest things I could think of to try to make a nightfall blue, but I don't know.
Patricia says nightfall blue is my base color.
I use nightfall blue
for everything.
Yeah, I use a lot of nightfall blue. The colors I use most, because we get this question a lot. I'm just starting out crafting. What colors should I get? I'm like, if you're gonna follow along with us and do projects that we do and you want to recreate, the colors I use most is probably Taunt Red, Wedgwood Green, Seminole Green, Nightfall Blue, Black and White, Light Ivory, Burnt Umber. I used to use straw, but they discontinued it, so I replaced that with Empire Gold. It's like a kind of a goldy yellow. Those are probably the ones that I use the most. I do like Bambi Brown is a nice tan. I don't use that as much, but when I do need that kind of color, that one I use a lot.
Julie says she would call it muted navy.
Yeah, it's like a muted navy. Yeah, it's like a country, like it's like a darker version of a country blue. It's like a country navy blue. I'll grab one and hold it up and show you guys in a second here. Tim, do you want to grab one?
What?
Nightfall blue? Because some people don't know if they're new here. We have one here. I don't know if it has a label on it, but I was just using it, so it's on the shelf over there.
Oh, you have one right here? Oh, that's midnight.
Ooh, Sharon is crafting, working on her ornaments. Awesome. And she said she's gonna post them. Definitely, you guys, we love to see your finished projects. You can post your finished projects over in our craft sharing group. It's called Christy's Craft Room - Craft Sharing Group.
And if you're not a member,
it does need to be approved.
It needs to be approved, but agree to the rules.
Yeah, if you don't agree to the rules, you automatically get declined.
I don't.
You have to agree to the rules or automatically decline.
Because that's one of those things that a lot of bots
don't agree to the rules.
Don't agree to the rules.
It's a way for us to filter the group, and we don't approve people if they don't agree to the rules.
Lorna, they say we may get some snow tomorrow.
Ugh.
One of the I was watching the Weather Channel a little bit this morning, and they were talking about we might. It could end up just being all rain.
We really can't complain because we've gotten like no snow this year yet.
But where we're going for skiing this year,
they've got snow.
They've got 16 inches on the ground already.
Yep, they just got like 7 inches over the weekend, I think.
Well,
when I saw it,
on Saturday they had 12.
Yeah, when I saw it, they were at 7.
You should do a starter pack of paints and call it
Christy's favorites. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I have to check with the manufacturer if I can bundle. Some manufacturers don't allow you to sell bundles. Like we could bundle it, but you can't like discount a bundle. So I have to look at the rules, the manufacturer's distribution rules.
Well, you don't necessarily have to discount it.
Right, but it would be fun to do like a bundle, like a discounted bundle of Christy's favorite colors. Because that's the fun of bundles is you usually get a discount, right? But I have to look and see. But that would be fun to do even if we can't discount it. If we can, I would, but especially because you're buying more, so we want, you know, to show our appreciation to you for buying more.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But that would be fun to do. That would be fun to do. All right. All right, that is painted. I'm gonna wipe off my brush.
Yeah, I'll wipe your brush.
And then I'm going to do a little bit of blue accents to our snowman and our snowflakes.
I just took a quick look.
I'm gonna keep my white handy because I'm probably gonna bring in a little bit more white to kind of like, so I don't get too hardcore with the blue. I'm gonna add some blue and then kind of blend it in with a little bit of white.
Chris says, y'all wear me out, you're so busy.
We are busy. We are busy, 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 busy little boys. And we kind of like to be busy. It's good for us to be busy.
Keeps us out of trouble.
Keeps us out of trouble, yes. Yes. Whoa, I went a little heavy with the blue. Can you all see? Can you zoom that in a little bit for them? I don't know, or are you going to lose it?
I don't know.
I went a little heavy with the blue, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of white and kind of bring the white in. Tone the blue down. Remember, it's just paint. It's just paint. You get too much, bring in a little bit of your base color, tone it down a little bit.
Let's see.
We don't want it to be too hardcore.
There we go. How's that?
That is zoomed in. That is zoomed in. It looks a little not as dark for you guys, but trust me, it was too dark.
You should include your favorite paint brushes in the kit too.
Yes.
So that's not a bad idea.
No, as long as I'm allowed to do that. I just got to make sure. I got to look at the rules for bundling because a lot of manufacturers have bundling rules.
Well, Progressive lets you bundle.
Right, but that's their thing. They are creating the bundle.
Hold on here.
All right, just add little bits. It might be hard for you guys to see on screen, but in real life, you can see just some little blue highlights. And I don't even need to tone those down because I think they look good. All right, so make sure I got everything. One other thing that you can do, if you want to, is because these are kind of Christmassy and there's a lot of like cinnamon at Christmas time, is you can take and add a little bit. Oh, I gotta do his arms too. I almost forgot to do his arms at Tamara's event too. We need to paint our little snowman's arms. I'm gonna use burnt umber, and I'm literally just gonna take a paint sponge. Move that tape. That tape is catching.
Yeah, well, tape
is catching my drawer.
It was for that one.
I know, it's for the cord. All right, so I just cut the end off of my sponge, and so I can use it for another color. I'm gonna get a little bit of brown. You can use a paintbrush too if you'd rather, but I'm just going to.
Says, once you buy it, why should they care how you resell it?
Well,
unfortunately they have
because we buy it
because of how we buy it.
Because we buy it as a distributor. They have rules, so people don't undercut and I don't know, to make a fair playing field for everybody who's out there. I don't know.
Trying to hawk their goods.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I got a little bit of the brown on my little snowman, but that's okay. It's just paint. I can come back in with my white and get it off of his edge a little bit. You guys probably can't even see it, but I see it and it'll bug me if I don't fix it. So I'm gonna fix it. A little bit of white. And just touch that up. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. I think all my pieces are painted. So one other thing you can do with the burnt umber, if you want to, or actually I'm gonna do it with the raw sienna. It's kind of like a cinnamony color. So I'm gonna take, you can use like a chip brush, or I'm gonna use a stencil brush.
For what?
To get a little bit of, I'm about to show you. You want to get as much off of it as you're really zoomed in, which is good for that, but it's hard to show. So, you want to get as much off of your brush as you can, so there's just a little bit. And then I'm going to come in on my little toppers here and just add some little speckles. Oh, I need a little bit more. I got too much of it off. So we're just gonna add some little speckles. Ooh. It might, like I said, it might be hard for you guys to even see on camera.
Mary,
in real
I'm
life,
coming
you
over.
can see it.
She's making her grandma's apple pies for tomorrow. I love apple pie.
Yum.
I'm going to Mary's house. I'm gonna go hang out with Mary.
You're gonna go hang out with Mary and Heath?
Yep. And Christian.
That would be fun. That would be fun though. Like, no joke, that would be fun. That would be fun. I think we'd have a good time. I think we'd have a good time. But we're going to my mom and dad's.
You got a fire pit, Mary? Gotta have a fire pit.
Fire pit? Are we gonna have a fire pit at mom and dad's tomorrow? Fire pit?
To sit out around. To hang out, have a couple of beers out by the fire pit?
Oh, because we hung out by the fire pit at the live event. That's what okay, I get it. I'm like, I'm lost. I'm lost. It doesn't take much for me to be lost, though.
She kind of slowed today.
We're going to make sure everything's dry. Everything's painted. Everything's painted. And then we're going to start assembling. So this is how you'll assemble your cup when it comes time. Remove all these pieces.
Savannah's got elderberry pie. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, yum.
I am going to wipe
my couple wipes. I'm going to wipe my surface a little bit just because I want to make sure there's not any loose, wet paint here to smudge onto my project because it is a double-sided mug. I don't want to, as I'm gluing my mug together, I don't want to accidentally end up with white paint or red paint or whatever color, any color paints stuck to the back side of my mug. And because, well, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm gonna, thank you, Tim, put a piece of paper down because these mats clean up amazing from paint and hot glue and Mod Podge, but they don't like super glue. Super glue, or they really do like super glue, and the super glue likes to stick to it.
Oh, Leslie says she's gonna use chalk paint. So she can write whatever she wants.
Yes, chalkboard paint. And then you can put your own little message on it. Yes.
That would be cool.
Love that. That's a great idea. That's a fabulous idea, actually.
Baby, I'm going to have to leave right after this because for me to make rounds at all these people's houses for all this pie. you gotta hit the road, I'm going to have to hit the road.
Hit the road. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is it doesn't matter which side is the front or back. We're just going to call this the back side for the moment. Flip it over, put that face down. I'm going to bring my center piece in that we didn't even need to paint because that's just a spacer piece. So we're going to glue this. You can use, I'm almost out of super glue and we sold out in the shop. So I'm going to use hot glue for this. You can use super glue. That's what I used at Tamara's event.
Jamie, this mat is from our shop.
I'm going to use super glue because
the shop
my hot glue gun isn't plugged in. So we are gonna just hope and pray I have enough super glue to get me through. Oh, yeah, I should be okay. I should be okay. So we're gonna put some super glue on here. We're gonna lay our base piece on, make sure we line it up. You wanna make sure, especially your bottom edge is lined up straight because it's a little shelf sitter, and if your pieces are not lined up, they are not going to, and don't do what I just did. See, I make mistakes so that I can show you. You guys can see I got glue up above. You're supposed to put the glue on this piece, not your cup piece. But if you do, just go like this, like I did, if your glue is coming out. Oh. Wipe some of the extra off of there.
Lynn says she's making brownies and she's in Colorado.
Hold on, baby. This is an important detail. He's all about food, y'all. He's like, y'all are distracting him. Y'all are distracting him with skiing and food. And then as soon as you're done with the wipe, after you wipe up super glue, throw it away. Do not pick it up and wipe your fingers off because that glue will end up all over you.
Yeah, throw it in the trash to where when your husband takes the trash out, it gets on his hands.
It'll dry by then. Once that diaper wipe dries, it'll dry. But until then, it's not going to dry. And if you wipe your fingers, all that wet super glue is going to end up all over your fingers.
No, I am.
Don't ask me how I know.
I am not doing the turkey this year.
No.
I don't think I've done a turkey in a few years.
Dad's doing a turkey, and I think my sister's doing a turkey too, or something. We are making sweet potatoes.
I was hoping Dave would be doing a brisket.
I don't even know what they're doing. I don't remember. My dad told me what they're doing, but I don't remember. We're doing sweet potatoes, homemade cranberry sauce, because it's got to be homemade. I love homemade cranberry sauce. Can't stand the canned stuff. I know some people love it.
Yeah, we did this, what, 4 years ago? And
every year my dad's like, you're making cranberry sauce, right?
Did you get the orange juice for it?
I didn't get the orange juice. I got the things that are hard to get. When I was at the store the other day, I was like, actually last night, they had sweet potatoes, they had cranberries, and they had nuts. So I bought those because you have no idea how many times we last minute went to the store and we couldn't get the things we needed because they were sold out. So we had to go to multiple stores to try to find them. But we do still need to go get a couple things.
Yeah.
But we're making the cranberry sauce, the cranberry bread, and the sweet potatoes.
Yeah, no, smoked turkey is good. Smoked turkey is good.
It is. It is. All right, so I'm gluing my little overlay whipped topping piece on. The front side is going to be etched. The back side will not be etched because we can only etch one side, because that's how lasers work. So glue our little overlay piece on.
We use fresh sweet potatoes. We peel them, boil them up.
Yes, not canned yams. Everything fresh.
Oh, you know what, Juanita? We did that 1 year too. We made the cranberry sauce and forgot to
take it.
Forgot to take it.
And then we ended up with like 2 gallons of cranberry, well, probably like a gallon of cranberry sauce. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've done that. And then we were like way too far before it was like dinner time and we're like, oh no. All right, glue my little gingerbread man on.
There's some people that are just making some really yummy food.
Yes. That's the best part of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. You know what? Well, gosh, what's it been? Probably 10 or 15 years ago that Dave's deep fried a turkey. That was good.
It's been a long time.
I like that.
That was before he started smoking everything.
Yeah. Patty, you know what? 1 year, I smoked, I think it was like 13 or 14 turkeys for the nursing home I worked at. Mm-hmm. And nobody would eat it because it gets that smoke ring, and the smoke ring is pink.
They thought it was undercooked.
So everybody thought it was undercooked. I'm like, no, that's just a smoke ring. It's supposed to be there. It's,
Yeah. Yeah, people who don't eat smoked meat don't necessarily realize that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I'd probably be the same way. Like, what's wrong with this? It's not cooked. All right, so while I'm letting that side set, my little Christmas side set, I'm gonna glue my words on my coffee cup here on one side, and while these set, I'll glue the other side of my topper. These are in our shop. They are in our shop. The bundle is extra discounted today only. You get $20 off today only off the bundle. You cannot stack the VIP discount code on top of it. It's a better discount than the discount code. You can put other items in the cart and use your discount code on those items if you would like to at the same time. Okay. I think it's safe to flip this. And we're gonna glue our winter side on. Aw, thank you, Miss Virginia. She says you all are amazing. Well, thank you. You all are amazing. Cheryl says, my son is a chef in the family. Can't wait. I've been on errand duty to pick up what he forgets. Love it. Love it.
Oh yeah, we love smoked meat.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed. I did not get any barbecue while we were in South Carolina.
Yeah, our plan was after our hike to go get dinner at a barbecue place. The Spotted Pig. It's supposed to be like Pig. South Carolina's #1 rated
barbecue
place. So,
and I mean, with the name like Spotted Pig.
Yep, and it was really close to where we were staying, so it was like, okay, we'll go hike. We actually passed it on the way there. We'll pass it on the way back. We're gonna stop and get dinner. Well, what we failed to realize was they're closed on Sunday until we got there.
Yes.
So then we started looking for someplace else. There ain't nothing open on Sundays.
And apparently, in that part of South Carolina, ain't nothing open.
Nothing open on a Sunday.
Except for Dollar General.
Dollar General. So what did we do? We went to Dollar General. It was a Dollar General market, but so they had like a lot of like frozen food sections and stuff like that. So we all just found what we wanted to eat and went home and ate and crashed. Crashed out hard.
Oh, yes.
We were so tired. Okay, glue my little snowman on. So cute. So cute.
Yeah, I was so I was so bummed. Oh, Shelly, I've seen some people that have done that. She said her son made a smoker out of a filing cabinet.
Oh yeah, people get really creative with there's of making smokers.
Yeah, so I made a smoker out of one smoker out of an old 55-gallon drum. Mm-hmm. That one had some really good flavor. So, yeah, I'll get some names here in a second.
All right, so I'm going to let that set for a minute. I'm going to show you how, if you get little peekaboos of your little, like the little candy is showing, I'm going to show you how you can kind of make that disappear into the background. All right, we can flip this carefully. Oh. Okay, my mug shifted, but I was able to save it.
All right, we have Mary Marquis, Patty Campbell, Wanda Stumpf, Sandy Howell Barnby, Trish Lucas, Sarah Rappaport, Mary Winkler, Suzanne Ristow, Linda MacArthur, Sharon Miller Dunlap, Suzanne Brown, and Sharon Farley Jefferson.
Now you can paint these any colors. I saw so many different versions from the ladies that were at SA Live. They did so many. Like someone did, there's red with like little speckles, and you could actually do different colors on each side. Like on the cocoa season side, if you want to use that more around the holidays and Christmas time, she did it red and she did like white speckles on it, so it looked like an old metal cup. You can even do that with the blue. You can do it with
and then there was that one
color.
girl that was sitting next to us.
She did hers all like wintry with like snow coming down.
Like snow and icicles on it.
Yes. So
it was very cool. She did an amazing job.
And whatever color is gonna go good. Like I saw someone did theirs purple, and she did like all her crafts purple. So I'm guessing she loves purple and probably has a lot of purple in her home. So that's what's going to look good in her home. So choose the colors that you like. Be mindful if you're gonna do all the interchangeables, you want something that's gonna kind of go with all your different inserts for all the different seasons, or do one neutral color on one side and one more fun color on the other side, so you can switch it back and forth if you want to.
Shelly says, are we bothered that the gingerbread head peeks over?
We are not. I'm going to show you how. It's not the gingerbread head, it's actually the candy that peeks over, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a paintbrush and we're going to take a little bit of black paint. And we're just going to, even on our edges where we got a little bit of excess white overhang from our painting, we can just take a little bit of black paint, cover that up. I don't even care if there's a little bit of peekaboo, because I like things a little distressed looking, and it just makes it look like it's a little distressed.
Sharon says, but now we have to decide what colors to use for the cup.
Yes. But the nice thing is it is double-sided, so you can narrow it down to 2 colors. You don't have to pick just one. So once we cover all of our little paint, if you have a little spot showing like that, just come in with a little bit of black paint, and it just kind of disappears into the background, and it's not as noticeable once you have it set up. And if you don't want it to show at all, you just be mindful that you just tuck everything down so it can't be seen. But I think it's cute when they're kind of sticking up a little bit. And once you have it displayed, you don't even notice it if you paint the back side of it black.
And you can put Diane, you can put the snowflakes and the peppermints wherever you want to.
Anywhere you want to. You can use less of them if you want to, if you don't want to use all 3. If you just want to put 1 or 2. Like that little snowflake is peekabooing through, so we're just gonna kind of cover that up with a little bit of paint on the back side.
That's what I was just thinking, Sharon. She says, is it the truck thing all over again?
Right, I know.
They buy them and it's like, no, I can't decide what color I want to paint it, so I haven't done it yet.
There's a lot of y'all out there still haven't painted your trucks because you don't know what color to paint them. I know. Some of you bought a second truck because you couldn't decide, so you have a truck in each color.
And you ain't painted either one because you still can't decide.
Let me see if this is set. Same thing if you don't, this is still setting.
Not calling anyone out, Lynn.
But if you have it where you didn't line it up just perfect, you could do the same thing, just kind of go around and add a little bit of black paint on your cup. My cup is still not dry. I kind of used a lot of glue.
You did.
I know. I went a little heavy with the glue.
You went a little nuts.
I did. So we're going to let that set for just a second longer. We are going to be gifting the winter and the original set, the cup, and it'll come with the winter and the Christmas sets. So there's our little snowman. And there is our little gingerbread side. We also have the fall and the Halloween version. You see a little spider. I even did a little spider for y'all. Y'all know I don't like spiders, and I did a spider for y'all because I know y'all like the cute little creepy little spiders. Valentine's and St. Patty's Day, and then patriotic and summertime with the little bee and daisies. And then we also have a Canadian version. So if when you're purchasing the bundle or this set here, the patriotic and summer set, you're gonna have to choose if you want US or Canada before you put it into your cart, okay? Oops. Am I set enough? Okay, I think I'm set enough. I'm gonna be very careful with it because it's still moving a little bit on me. I would advise you guys to just let it set, but because I don't want you guys to sit here and watch glue dry, I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So
that's
we've got
paint.
Oh, you want to turn the overhead off? Well, I'll show you on the overhead first so you can kind of see. So there it is in the cocoa season, but if we want it to be coffee, you can flip it. And then there's our little winter, and same thing, you could switch it to the coffee side if you want to.
Yes, Sandy.
All right, you can turn the overhead off so they can see it from a front view. A little bit bigger for them. There you go. Isn't that so cute? I kind of like the polka dots. I like the polka dots. And then we've got the cocoa season on the back side of the mug. And of course you can flip this and switch it like so. And you can swap out the different, I'm trying to hold it so it sets. Swap out the different inserts so it's interchangeable for you. So we got Valentine's and St. Patty's Day that comes as a topper. We've got fall and Halloween that come as a topper set. And then we've got the patriotic and the summer, which really you could use spring into summer. Super, super cute. And then of course we've got the Canadian version as well for our Canadian friends because we do ship to Canada as well. So hopefully you guys love this as much as I love it and as much as all of our friends at Tamara's event, Southern Adornment Live, loved it. And if you do, you can get in our shop now. You can get the winter set, Christmas winter set with the mug as a set. And then you can get these individual double-sided toppers individually, or you can get the bundle. And if you get the bundle is on sale today until 11:59 p.m. You can get the you can get $20 off today off the bundle. We'll always have the bundle. We'll keep the bundle, but it's a much better price today than even it is normally. So, so we need to gift one away. We need to gift one away. So what we're gonna do, if you're new here, first of all, make sure you follow the page if you enjoy what you're seeing, so that Facebook will show you more of our stuff in the future. And also, if your name was called today, make sure you're following our page, because we will announce the winner from our Crafty Mail bucket on the page here. So you wanna make sure you're gonna be able to see it. And then, but what we're going to do is anyone who shared this video, and then let us know in the comments that you did, we see who shares it here. And we're gonna scroll through the names here. Tim's gonna scroll through. I'm not gonna look. When I say stop, the first name that he sees and it shows us that you shared it is the person who's gonna be gifted. The only stipulation, you have to be in the US or Canada, because we only ship to the US and Canada, okay? All right, you ready?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Scrolling. Keep those names a-rolling. Scrolling.
Stop.
Holy macaroni.
Fast today. It's a quick one today. All right, so who's it going to be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
I know.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
I know who it is.
I'm gonna peek over your shoulder as you write it. All right. Oh, we have a name. We have a name. Do we see her here today? She's still here? Hopefully she's still here. Miss Janet McCarty. Miss Janet McCarty. There we go. Miss Janet McCarty. Miss Janet, send us an email. Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Say, hey, I won the coffee mug.
Say, hey,
today. Just let us know that you won the coffee mug set on the live today, and we will send it out to you, Miss Janet McCarty. Miss Janet McCarty, girlfriend, email us. Christy's team at christyscraftroom.com. Don't forget to put it on our spreadsheet.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna hop off of here. We got lots of orders to pack, lots of things to do. And if you guys got your craft night in the boxes, grab a photo with your box and post it over in the craft sharing group so we can see it, because we love to see you all getting your stuff. We love to hear what y'all think of it, okay? So we're gonna hop off here. We love you guys. If we don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Be safe.
Don't eat too much.
Don't eat too much, okay? Eat just enough, not too much.